Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode number 2 of Rolling the Same Bet. Today, we continue looking at the landing zone. And to be honest, we're going to spend a lot of time on this over the next several episodes, because I believe that this is a critical skill that must be mastered. One that needs to be portable based on table conditions. So we're going to spend a lot of time focused on the landing zone. Now, this series of videos is based on a video titled Becoming an Advanced Crap Shooter by my friend George from CY. The link is in the description, or click on the cards up above to see the entire video. Now, also, I'm experimenting with different cameras and angles, and I have to say, I'm not too happy with the final product yet. More tweaking is to come, but hopefully the production quality will increase, along with my ability to hit a landing zone. Okay, let's start rolling. All right, so before we get started rolling, I want to take a moment to take a look at the baseline. So after the last episode, I took a screenshot. Where am I in the Bone Tracker software? So 453 rolls in, 7 to rolls ratio at a 7.08, and the box numbers at a 4.86. Now, I've done some practicing since then. I've added in a little bit over 100 rolls, but roughly the same, 7.06 SRR and a 4.9 box to sevens ratio. So won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but I think it's important to have that baseline and to track the progress. Are we getting better? Are we getting worse? This is a good way to tell. Now, if you don't have a copy of the Bone Tracker software, I'll put a link to it down in the description below. It is a great tool, and I do highly recommend that you use it for some analysis. All right, let's move forward. Here we go. All right, so this is recorded, and what I'm doing right now is a warm-up exercise. I'm about 2 feet or so away from the landing zone, maybe 3 feet, and I'm just trying to toss the dice and hit that zone. Don't pay attention to the outcome. I'm not setting the dice for anything. I just want to see, am I hitting that landing zone? And as we can see, not doing a great job of that, but that's why we're practicing. And this is one of the fundamentals that I think is so important that we get right, that I am going to spend quite a bit of time on it over the next several episodes. All right, we should be wrapping up the warm-up here. Maybe a couple more tosses, and we'll switch gears. Now, I also want to say, I hate this screen. It's something that I thought was going to turn out pretty good, but man, it is so busy and crowded. I'm not happy with it at all. We'll try to fix that in the future. All right, here we go. Now we're actually going to start setting the dice. Well, I'm still using the 3-2, 3-6, 3V set. And what we're really looking forward here is that accuracy. Am I hitting that landing zone? And we're going to watch this. And we're going to track the rolls as we go along in case you're playing along at home. All right, I was a little short, and that is a come out 7, a 5-2-7. So we're going to mark it 5-2-7. I'm going to try to mark it. There we go. All right, so this screen is nice. I kind of like this shot. I tried to catch the intent was to catch the arc, but it's too low. So I didn't hit my intentions here either. Plus, I switched screens. So here you see me set it, and then I switched to this one to see if we hit the landing zone. Way short, and that's a hard 10. Mark it. All right, so the point's going to go to the 10. And I know, I remember when I was filming this, I had some confusion. I didn't set my puck, and I didn't have my tracking software, and I missed, I don't know. I just missed the point here for a few minutes. But again, the idea here is practice. All right, that looked okay, but it was a 5-2-7, so we had our first 0.7 out, I guess. 5-2-7. Yeah, I was a little short of that landing zone on this time. Now, as I've been doing a little research on landing zone, I hear a couple of different things. One source, and I wish I could remember where it was, I'd love to give them credit for it, but they said start with like a 10-inch circle. As long as you're getting it in that 10-inch circle, let's see what we do here. A little short again, and that was another 10. That was a 4-6-10. But on your journey, you're not going to be pinpoint accurate like I'm trying to be in the beginning. So my landing zone, I may need to cut myself just a little slack. I want to get to where it's that little 4-inch rectangular box about the size of a deck of cards is kind of what I'm trying for. And that really is the goal. Hit that box every single time. Another person I'd love to give some credit to, and I just cannot think of who said it. Let's see what we've got here. That looked pretty good. That looked pretty spot on. That's a 358. Okay, so the point is actually a 10 again. I rolled that 10, so this was the second roll in this series. So anyways, what I was going to say is that somebody had a quote about practice, and again, I wish I could name who it was, but they said, you don't practice until you get it right. You practice until you don't get it wrong. And that's what I want to do here. I want to hit that landing zone, 95% of the time or greater, something like that. I don't have a specific goal in mind, but I know that percentage is extremely high is what I want to hit. Way short again. That is a 639. And the short rolls, or not short rolls, but a short toss is consistent. I'm shooting from stick left 1. That's consistent. My launching spot is consistent. The grip, the stance, all of that is about as consistent as I could possibly make it. But yet, something is not right. I'm not hitting that landing zone every time. Short, and it's a 10 again. It's another 6-4-10. We've got a strong pattern of 10s coming along here. That is 3 10s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it? 7 rolls? Almost 50% of the rolls have been a 10. Yeah, one of the things also when I'm doing all these multiple camera angles is the quality of the cameras are vastly different. And I would say that this angle right here, this is from an iPad, and it is the most accurate. That looked pretty good. That looked like it hit the mark. Yeah, so the iPad camera is probably the most true of the color. Color schemes. Yeah, that's what my table actually looks like to my eyes. All right, so you saw me move the puck. This is where I was thinking, I'm confused. I'm not exactly sure what the point is, and since I'm not have any bets down there, it doesn't really matter. I figured it out. Okay, so we got the puck over there on the 8. And this is a lesson learned from last time. I'm working on my mechanics here. I'm not working on my betting strategies and things like that. I kind of know how I bet, and that's fine. Okay, that looked pretty good. That's another 9. Is a 369. So to speed things up just a little bit, I'm not going to mess with the betting in this series. I might do some betting later on, but right now, again, like I said, I want to focus on those fundamentals. I want to get that right, and I want to get good at that. Also, these rolls, or these practice sessions, they're not going to be very long. I want to keep these videos to maybe 30 minutes or less. Here we go. Short. That's a 6. That's a 4.26. Yeah, so I want to keep these to a reasonable length. So if you're watching it and you want to watch the whole thing, you could do it in one sitting. Plus, if I'm at the casino and I'm the shooter, I might roll 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, and then have to wait another hour before I'm the shooter again, and then I roll another 6, 7, 8, tosses. Trying to keep this a little bit more realistic. It's a lesson that I learned, I think, from Heavy. Yeah, that looked okay. And that looks like it's going to be a 2.68. Heavy, sometimes he'll talk about how he practiced, or how he practices, and he usually does it in small sessions, in between work. He might have a meeting, and a meeting ends early. He'll go down and throw for 10 minutes, or he'll be walking to the kitchen. He'll stop and he'll do a set. That makes sense to me. Here we go. So we've got the other camera angles down there. That looked okay. 369. I think it was a little short, but pretty much on target. Yeah, so most of you that know me, you know, I've taken lessons from Heavy and Golden Touch Craps. I'm sorry, not Heavy, Howard Newman, Tony Leo, Golden Touch Craps, and I've got a lot of voices in my head on how I throw the dice, betting strategies, you name it. That's a 156, and you got to get rid of the crap in the trap, as I think somebody said. What am I going to do? When am I going to do it? Is always a bit of a mystery to me. And now I've entered in my my friend George from CY. You know, George, he's a pretty interesting guy. He's never taken a formal class, but yet through his own exploration of this game, he's come up with some of the same core principles that you learn in some of these training sessions. All right, that was a 628. That was a little bit long. That went a little bit closer to the back wall. All right, we are 14 rolls in. Take a look up the upper left-hand corner, or the tracker above us. I have not rolled a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5. Very strong on the high numbers, the 8, 9, 10, with the 8 leading the way, it looks like. Okay, that looked pretty good. That was pretty spot on. That's a 6, 3, 9. You know, one of the things that I should have done, maybe before recording this, is to watch this and find out how many times did I hit the landing zone versus missed it. So what's my landing zone accuracy rate? I think I'll do that for the next video. Okay. Now, if you're watching this, you can see that I push the dice up into the bar in between the come bar and the don't come. See, that's a 369. I've picked a spot on my table that's where I am going to pick my dice up from every single time. It's far enough in that it feels natural that I can get a good grip on it, and then I set it in the same spot every single time. Or at least that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, look, that was a repeater. Anybody betting on the repeaters, you just won on that 9. Okay, a little off to the right. Looks like it's a 6, 4, 10. So let me know in the comments about what you think about the landing zone. Is the little 4-inch rectangle, is that too small for where I'm at in this journey? Or should I just go for it? That's where I want to be. That's what I should measure myself against. Let me know what you think. All right, looks like we've got a pretty good roll going on. 14 rolls. We've hit the 8 and the 10 as the points. There we go. See, now it's a 437. Now that looked really good to me. It hit right. See, it looked like it hit right in the middle of the landing zone. So something else must have been wrong. What is that? That would be a double pitch of my left dice right there. All right, so here we go again. Setting up another for another round. Picking it up in the same spot. You notice I kind of wiggle it just a little bit, and that little wiggle. Okay, it's a little short, come out 7, and again a 437. That little wiggle, I can tell if I've got a solid grip. That's what I'm doing right there. If the little wiggle doesn't have any, I don't know, looseness or play in it, then I know I've got a pretty decent grip on it. Here we go. Short. And that's a 3, 2, 1, 3. Now, if you'll notice, upper right-hand corner, you see the SRR and the SOR. Yeah, those are some pretty miserable numbers. I'm throwing a lot of 7s today. And I think in episode 1, there was a problem with the tracker software. Those numbers were reversed. If you go back and if you're watching the first episode, okay, that was a little short also, 639. Yeah, if you're watching the first episode, the SRR number is displayed in the SOR box. Yeah, I kind of like this view. I mean, it's clean. It's not cluttered, where this one is just very cluttered. But I wanted to show off that landing zone. That's a 358. I don't know if we're getting any benefit from the other 2 camera angles that you see right below me. Again, setting it in the same spot, picking it up the same way, do my little wiggle. Short and a little to the right, 369. So I think the common theme here is that I'm not quite getting the dice to the spot that I want. And what I don't know is that because of the trajectory. Am I going a little low, or do I need to go higher? Do I need a little more force? I'm not sure what I need to do there, so I'm going to have to experiment with that a little bit. All right, that was a 235, just a shade short of the box. All right, looks like we were setting a point there. Short again, 4-6-10. All right, here's where I'd actually like to have your feedback. What if you're consistently short of your landing zone? How do you adjust it? Do you add a little more muscle power to it? What kind of adjustments should I be making? There we go. That was spot on. That's a 325. Yeah, that hit the square solid in the middle. And it looks like that was the point. Okay, so this is come out roll. Looks like I hit the 5 and the 9, working towards a fire bet. Okay, that's a 3-4-7. I was going to say that looked pretty good as well, but a double pitch on the right dice. Oops. Let's fix this. That was a 3-4-7. And I think I go for one more set here. Oh no, that was a come out 7. Okay. But again, hurt my SRR. Okay, that's a 5-6 yo, just a little short. I know you guys are probably tired of me saying short, but that's what I'm doing. I'm not quite getting it to the box. I'm consistently within a couple of inches of getting it to the box. All right, we're still looking for a point. Way short. 4-2-6. Yeah, so when we're talking about the landing zones also, in the opening dialogue, I talked about this needing to be portable. And what I meant by that is your landing zone may need to change. You may need to move it forward, move it back, maybe move it to the left, maybe move it to the other side, depending on what it is you're really trying to do, or the table conditions that you're dealing with. So today, that's where my landing zone is. That's where I want to see it. Short, again, it's a 268. But if I were to do let's say a lower trajectory toss, I might want to bring my landing zone a little bit closer to me, a little bit further away from the wall. So, first things first, I want to get good at that landing zone. Then we'll start working on some other landing zones. All right, setup looks good. Okay, that was not bad. 5-1-6. It looked like it might have, both dice might have hit the box just in the inside. Yeah, that rolled. Okay. That's another problem with the cameras below, is you might not see the actual roll. And yeah, that was another point, wasn't it? So it looks like I've hit 3 points, a 5, a 6, and a 9. Okay, it didn't look too bad. That's a 1-4-5. New point is the 5. All right, mark it. We're 14 rolls in on this hand, 32 rolls total for this video. Okay, that looked okay. That's a 1-3-4. I would have preferred that blue dice to not scatter so much and come back a little bit closer to the black dice, but decent results, and did look like I hit my landing zone. Looks like the setup is good. Oh, that was way short. Aces. That was not a good toss. That was short and to the inside of the table, to the left. Okay. Set them in the same spot for the pickup. Switched camera angles, and it looks like my setup is good. Short, and that's a 5-3-8. Now, the behavior of the dice actually was quite nice. Did you see how it hit the back wall, came back maybe 3 inches from the wall or so, and came to rest almost in unison. Okay, that looks good. Here we go. Short again. And it's a 1-6-7. All right, so what can I say? It's really showing me what I wanted to hear, or what I wanted to see. Am I consistent with the landing zone? And the answer is a flat out no. All right, so we had we played 3 hands here. Had an 18 roll, a 15 roll, and a 3 roll. Actually, not bad. That was actually pretty decent. And unfortunately, I don't have my SRR here, but my SRR ended up being a 6.0 with an SOR of 12.0. So decent stats. But look at the distribution there. So the lower numbers, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, I didn't roll as many as what is expected. 7s, right on what the average should be. Rolled a few more 8s, a few more 9s, a few more 10s. So, you know, if I was betting, those are the numbers that I'd be looking at putting a little bit of extra money on. The gauges up there at the top with the box numbers. 75% of the rolls were all box numbers. That's a pretty decent stat right there. On the inside numbers, the 5, 6, 8, and 9, 58% of the time I'd hit those. Hardways, did not roll very many hardways today, and that's okay. With the 3, 2, 3, 6 set, I don't expect to do a whole lot of hardways. And the field numbers, you know, just under 45%. So not bad at all. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this episode. Again, the data quality or the picture quality, not exactly what I want it to be. I'm going to continue to work on that, trying to find a format that works. And I am going to continue doing the practice sessions with a focus on the landing zone. That's going to continue for a little while. I hope this is some value to you. If not, let me know. If it is, also let me know. Leave me some comments. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later.